Hello and welcome to Metro Arts. I am your host, Larry Wallace. Here on Metro Arts, we highlight some of the best in the business, from fine artists, photographers, and performing artists to cinematographers and musical artists, all from the Metro Detroit area. On today's show, we'll learn about the Fem Fatale Dance Studio and see two performances. We'll check in with Geno Harris from the Poor Man's Art Collective and learn about his new role with the Carr Center, and techno pop band Mango Lane will light up our studio. Today on Metro Arts, we're showcasing Fem Fatale Dance. Let's begin with an ensemble performance.
The dance that you're doing is dumb. How they do it where you from? Hey, sticking out your tongue, girl, but you know you're too young. A bunch of girls do it in the shit, look fun. That's how they do it where we from. You know it don't start till 1. That's how they do it where they from.
I'm so faded, no exaggeration. Back breaking like a percolation. Boys to the yard for some hip spanking. Way I make it drop down and like an animation. Can't take it, them chicks be faking. Y'all still sleep, better stay awakened. Hot new dance for the hood to make it. Make the don't move fast, make you think you're drinking. Head to the flow, don't collect that dough. You better huddle up, cause the beat's so cold. Pop that, give me low. This another hit, I got an ace in her. Boys on my back, player, did you pick that? You got a small stack, player, you can keep that. I'm a Big Mac, make you wanna that like yak it to the yak. Jump in the trunk, make it pumps in the bump. Girls wanna have fun, make you sticking out the tongue.
The dance that you're doing is dumb. How they do it where you from? Sticking out your tongue, girl, but you know you're too young. A bunch of girls do it in the shit, look fun. That's how they do it where we from. You know it don't start till 1. That's how they do it where they from. I'm like, make a new track, make them fall on they crack. Give them a slap appetizer and snack up so fat in the back, make the buzz all collapse.
Yeah, when I rap, that be all on my jack. Boys wanna on this cat. Got a new idea, let me switch it. Man, I'm so futuristic. Big lips and big hips. Body be thick like a biscuit.
With them different rippers, microphone gripping it. Getting these Benjamins, new car whipping it.
I'm so far ahead of y'all. Man, I'm on top of the stars.
I don't care none of your all. Blah, 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 blah. You best to go rewrite your balls. How they do it where you from? How they do it where you from? That's how they do it where we from. That's how they do it where they from.
Hello, ladies, and welcome to Metro Arts.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
So you want to start by introducing yourselves?
Yes. My name is Mari.
My name is Jonte,
Okay, and how old are you guys?
15.
I'm 12.
Okay, and how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing, this is my 4th year.
Wow.
This is my 5th year.
Okay, and Mari, you want to introduce your friends that you brought with you today?
Yes. This is Kennedy.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Maya.
Hi.
This is Amir. And this is Jolly.
So you've actually been dancing with the organization for a while now, and you say you've learned a lot of things. What were some of those things?
Well, they taught me ballet, tap, proper tap, jazz, lyrical, and modern, and we're learning salsa.
Oh, wow. Wow. How about you?
Well, I've learned self-discipline. I've learned that it's teamwork, and I've also learned the same things as Jonte.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys, how do you guys manage school and also being involved in the organization?
Well, what I usually do, like when I go to school, like I get all my work, and like when we have breaks in dance, like I will do like my work during my break at dance. So when it's time to go home, I don't have anything to do, or I do it directly after school before I go to dance.
And Mari?
Well, I just make sure my priorities are straight, and I try to stay procrastination free, so I don't have a load of homework to do after dance.
So it seems like Fem Fatale offers you guys a lot of forms of dancing. What is your favorite and why?
I like salsa because it's new, so we're learning something different, and so it's really fun. But it's kind of hard. But I'm getting to the point where it's getting really good.
Okay, and when did you start?
We started last year.
Oh, so you're still new and getting the hang of it. How about you, Mari?
My favorite would probably be lyrical because it's just, I think I'm just better at it. Like, I just like it more.
Yeah.
The expression, and it's just more fun to me.
And if you guys could think of one of your favorite experiences being involved with Fem Fatale, what would it be?
Working together.
Okay. You get to form a close bond with everyone? That's cool.
I think I like the competitions and the recitals a lot because it's just, we just get to do all of our dances and enjoy each other. And yeah.
Now, speaking of competitions, how many competitions have you been on?
Like in all 4 years? Probably about a good 7-ish. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. And why would you, if you guys were talking to other young people, dancers like yourselves, why would you tell them to get involved in the organization?
Because it's fun and like it's a lot of things you can do like after school, like if you don't have anything to do, and it's something to work in, and like when you get older, that probably could be your career after you graduate. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You get to like meet new people and have a close bond with people.
And you want to be a dancer? Okay. How about you?
Well, there's just a lot of stuff to do, like Jonte said. There's fundraisers, like we go to Airtime for fundraisers and just do fun stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I want to thank you both so much for being here. Also, thank you guys, ladies. Your attire is amazing, by the way. So thank you guys so much for coming on. It was a pleasure interviewing both of you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too.
Up next, a performance by Fem Fatale. You're watching Metro Arts, produced at the Midtown Studio at Wayne State University.
Every day is payday. Swipe my card, then I do the nay-nay. You talking to a late date. I want a Kanye, yeah, not a right day. So that's a no-no. I'ma make back and use a Volvo. This convo beat like Drake, ayy. I already know what you're trying to say. Say that you a baller and I see you trying to holler about that 8 hours right up. Next, pocket full of money 'cause that's what my mama taught me. So you better show me some respect. Boss, Michelle Obama, purse so heavy, get no $1. Boss, Michelle Obama, purse so heavy, get no $1. Boss, Michelle Obama, purse so heavy, get no $1. Michelle Obama, purse so heavy, get no CONFIDENT, that's me, I'm confident. Don't want your compliments, use common sense. I'm on my Michelle Obama. Shut your mouth, boy, I think you know who run this house. I ain't thirsty for no bait, 'cause I already know what you're trying to say. Say that you a baller and I see you trying to holler about that 8 hours right up. Next, pocket full of money 'cause that's what my mama taught me. So you better show me some respect. Boss, Michelle Obama, purse so heavy, get no $1. Boss, Michelle Obama, purse so heavy, get no $1. Michelle Obama, purse so heavy, get no $1. Michelle Obama, purse so heavy, get no $1. I pledge allegiance to my independent girls.
In our checking in segment, let's welcome back a familiar face to Metro Arts artist, Geno Harris. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
This is your 4th time here?
I know, yeah.
Yeah. So let's begin with a history background. You are actually the co-founder and director of the Poor Man's Art Collective, which started in 2003.
2003,
How
yeah,
did you
that's
get
correct.
started in that?
I was working at the DIA, and I was very interested in art. I had these huge walls, and so I just jumped in and started creating art, and it, out of a necessity of trying to show my work in different galleries, I found it rather difficult being an emerging artist to get my work shown.
Yeah.
So I just decided to find some like-minded individuals, and we formed a collective, and we started doing pop-up galleries all over Detroit.
Definitely. Now, you kind of mentioned the support. As a member of the LGBTQ community, how important is it to have that support?
Well, being a member of the LGBT community, I think it's always important to have role models and to show the community that I am a part of that we can do just as well as other people who do not, identify with being a gay male or a gay female. So I just feel that it's really important for me to show that we can do good things.
Now, aside from the Poor Man's Art Collective, you're actually moving to a different stage in your life. You just got a new position as managing gallerist at the Carr Center on Woodward.
Yes.
Tell us, what does that job job title entail?
Well, the gallerist is responsible for a number of things, namely managing the programs that come through the gallery. We are responsible for several exhibitions that happen throughout the season. And also, which kind of ties into what I was doing with the Poor Man's Art Collective, is searching out emerging artists through their, what they call the Artist Hub program, which reaches out to artists who may not have the finances to find a space and put on a show. And the Artist Hub program is there for those artists to submit an idea, and we help them along the way to a full exhibition to show their work.
Okay, seems like you got a lot of responsibilities.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So with all of those responsibilities in this new title, tell me what are some of your goals as far as programming wise?
Well, my goal always, which harkens back to the Poor Man's Art Collective and now here at the Carr Center Gallery, is to find those artists, whether they're emerging or established artists, but we kind of want to help artists show. A lot of people who are artists here in the city don't realize that there is a program that is for them to help them, and so we are looking for artists who are very uniquely talented but are operating in obscurity. So we're saying, come on out of the woodwork, come on down to the Carr Center Gallery, let's sit down, let's talk, let's find out what your ideas are, and let's do some exhibitions.
Yeah, so you mentioned the Poor Man's Art Collective, and I know with the new position, it could kind of be a little scary whether you're prepared for it or not. Do you think the Poor Man's Art Collective prepare you for this, and if so, in what way?
It absolutely has prepared me, specifically dealing with other artists and trying to accommodate what their vision is. You know, being an artist myself, I kind of have that sensibility of being an artist and now being a gallerist and working really both that way as part of Poor Man's Art Collective. You know, you're working on both sides of the coin. You know what you want to present as a gallerist, but you also know what you want to show being an artist. So being a part of Poor Man's Art Collective has prepared me, because for 14 years I've been working with artists, trying to get their vision to a cohesive idea. And that really serves me well working at the Carr Center Gallery, because I'm dealing with a lot of times more professional artists who already have a set idea as to how they want their art to be shown. And so, sometimes, it's a give and take situation, so, but it works and it helps out a great deal.
Now, real quick, we were actually talking earlier, and you had a nickname for the Poor Man's Art Collective. What was that?
PMAC.
PMAC.
Yeah, Poor Man's Art Collective. It tends to, in a lot of conversation, it seems to be a mouthful for a lot of people to say. So a lot of people who are a part of Poor Man's Art, we like to call ourselves PMACians. So, it kind of stuck. And so, in any given situation, I'll say PMAC as opposed to saying Poor Man's Art Collective, because it's, it's kind of long.
I like it.
Yeah.
And now, if you could give any advice to any upcoming artist who wants to make it into the business, what would it be?
What I would say is come down to the Carr Center Gallery. We have a lot of programs down there that will help you to realize what your dream is, not just the visual, the music, the dance. There are so many different programs that are down there to help you come out of obscurity. Don't stay inside. If you want your music to be heard, if you want your art to be shown, come on down and let's sit down and let's have a talk, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay, cool. Now, you brought a piece with you today. Can you briefly tell us about it?
Well, the name of this piece is called Gaia. It is the representation of the spirit of the earth. And the name implies that it is female, and it harkens to my idea of what a strong woman is. I have a lot of females who are in my life, and a lot of my work tend to represent strong women.
Definitely.
And with a lot of things that are going on in the world today with climate change and different things like that, I thought it to be rather appropriate to present my idea of a strong woman who is taking care of the earth and dealing with what we have to deal with today.
Now, Geno, where could people find out more information about your work?
Well, I am on Facebook under my name, Geno Harris, and also we have a Facebook page for Poor Man's Art Collective. And also you can find out more about me as well at thecarcenter.org. We're also on Facebook as well, and those places, that's where you'll find me.
Okay, cool. Well, Geno, I want to thank you so much for coming back on the show. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
You're watching Metro Arts on Detroit Public Television. And now, let's welcome Mango Lane to Metro Arts and Wayne State. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
So you guys want to start by introducing yourselves and members of your band?
Sure, yeah. This is my friend Austin Carpenter.
Okay.
My name is Jack Ingwall. This is Ian Ruhala, and that's Anthony Spack.
So we're actually going to hear you guys perform 2 songs for us. Anything and Sex. Can you guys kind of describe those songs?
Yeah, you want to do one? I'll do the other. We can do.
Sure. Anything is just kind of a pre-summer song we wrote. It was just like we were getting really hyped. That's when we dropped our last album. And it's just an exciting song, just like a happy song you can groove to, I guess. Nothing super deep about it, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And our other single, Sex, is about. It's not about sex, but we just like the name.
Yeah.
Kind of grabs your attention.
Definitely.
We both wrote that. Same kind of thing, you know. We don't really think a lot about, about the meaning too much. You know, it's just, we just like to have a good time.
Yeah,
play the music, write the good songs. So
Definitely. And how would you guys describe your music?
it's passionate.
Yeah, and it's
We like to make
fun.
people happy.
It's bouncy, dancey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bouncy. I like that.
And you guys actually perform a lot of live shows. How are those experiences for you?
Fantastic. They're great. I love playing live. I love the energy.
You feel more of a connection with people who listen to your music for sure,
Yeah.
rather than like someone just giving you likes online or something. It's really nice to just see their face and get into it. So it's really cool.
Face-to-face interaction.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how is it like being a band in the Detroit music scene today?
It's really great. Detroit, everyone seems very about it when they're in the scene. Everything's really personal because it's not like a huge city, I feel. So it's a really tight-knit community musically, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And how did you guys go about creating music, new music?
It's collective. Me and Austin, we write a lot. I'll write something. I'll write a little lick here and there. He'll write something, maybe a little piano part or whatnot, and we'll get together. We usually bust out a track, and then kind of just listen to it in the car.
Yeah.
And try and whip out that poetry, throw that on top.
So would you guys say it's a short process or a long process?
Depends. Some songs take a while. Some songs we can, do in 3 hours. We can just crank them out.
Okay.
Just depends on what we're thinking about. If we're really feeling lovey-dovey with our girlfriend or something, we can just bust out a song. So.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
And where could viewers find out more information about your band?
We are on.
We're on
Spotify.
Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, you name it.
All the good stuff.
Apple Music, Deezer. I don't even know if anybody uses Deezer, but
Yeah.
we're on it.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for being here. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
thank you.
I'm super excited to hear you guys perform.
Very good.
Thank you. We're excited to play.
Yeah.
And now, here's Mango Lane. You're watching Metro Arts, produced for Detroit Public Television and Wayne State University.
It's funny after all this time I went blind, dreaming of the sun looking in my eyes. I was always told to be confident. If I like that, then I'm incompetent. But if I get too bold, then I lost my friends. Quit acting like a fool if you wanna keep your.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. I'd like to thank our guests, the Fem Fatale dancers, Geno Harris and Mango Lane, for being here today. Remember, you can watch any of our shows online at metroartsdetroit.com and find us on social media. I'm your host on Metro Arts, Larry Wallace, reminding you to always support the arts and cultivate the talent in your community.